Okay, well done. Thank you. Welcome. Week 9. And soon we will round up this week 9. Today's supposed to be week 10 anyway. So week 11 we're supposed to have rounded up with our work, while week 12 will be our defense. So we all know that this class is ending this month. I don't know whether we are still aware. So, and I want to say it clearly for those that are listening now, will listen thereafter, that our capstone project, I'm not going to give any other one, is the payroll assignment. And please, let's endeavor to do it. So the topics we'll be exploring. The topic we'll be exploring is strategic human resource management. Today, number 1 is aligning HR with business strategy. Number 2, workforce planning. 3, talent management. 4, succession planning. So these are 4 things that we're looking at today. So let's move on. Let's go on to the second slide. Okay. So aligning HR with business strategy. Number 1, all your HR policies must align towards the business goal. The policies of attendance, the policy of remuneration, the policy of succession plan, everything must tailor towards business goal. Number 2, HR must look forward to support business growth plans. Like now in telecom, a senior manager will now come with an idea. I need to expand my horizon. Let's go this way. And he now throw it to the management. And after looking at it all, is good. So HR will have to work with that manager to ensure that the reality of that plan comes to pass. Number 2, HR should be capable of developing workforce. Develop workforce capabilities. How many people do we need to connect 1,000 home pass in the next 2 months? We need 500. In which area do we need these 500 people? You point it out. Then after that, which level of people do we need in terms of experience? Is it white collar people? Is it blue collar people or technician? You point it out. Then the next strategy is how to recruit them. Do they come through training, or we look for experienced ones already? How do we go about all these things? Must be documented line upon line, precept upon precept. Then lastly, HR must be able to monitor the performance and the KPIs of everyone. Just like currently doing now in one of the places I worked now, each department has a target and it must be communicated at the point of onboarding. So as you are stepping out for the day, you know you have a target. For example, for HR, you have not more than a week to close up every opening. And if there is any challenge, you must cascade it to the management. Either challenge with the remuneration, that is the budget, or the wide coverage of people you are looking after. So if you need to optimize your LinkedIn, if you need to run an ad on any other platform or any platform you wish to, you can go ahead so that you get this. So HR, you yourself monitor your KPI and also monitor others. Then what are the benefits of HR alignment? When we align human resource finish, when we align the resources, what are the benefits? Number 1, it improves productivity. Our productivity increases because everybody is at their best and they are giving their best to the company. Number 2, it better workforce utilization. Nobody will be underutilized. See, something some people don't know is this. The people that you think that they are complaining, reduce their work. Maybe once it's 10 o'clock, there's no work for them to do again. Until 5 o'clock, they are closing. They will leave your company because you're underutilizing them. And at the same time, if they're supposed to work and use 1 hour to rest or break and you're not giving them, you're overutilizing them. You have to balance it. Then it increases employee engagement. People will be happy, friendship, and a whole lot of things will be happening in the company of which you yourself you will like it. Then it supports organizational growth. So these are the benefits of HR alignment. So these are the benefits. So you can see we have 4 benefits: improve productivity, better workforce utilization, increase employee engagement, and support organizational growth. So what is workforce planning? This is just a process or a way of ensuring that the right number of employees are available for the work. The right number of employees are available for the work. So number 2 is to match workforce skill with business need. So for example, we need 10 people in Abuja, we need 5 people in Lagos, we need 15 in Kano. So as you are matching them up, you are doing workforce planning. Number 3, workforce planning is to help to it helps to prevent shortage and overstaffing. I just have one conversation this morning. We're looking at bringing a new person, but we will have to ask the manager that is there, do you really need person? No. We want to give you this person to facilitate your work. You say, no, I know how to manage it. Now, if we insisted and drop that person there, it's overstaffing. You now be paying what you are not expected to pay. And lastly, workforce planning helps to control labor costs. The amount of expenditure you made on each employee. So now what are the steps in workforce planning? Number 1, analyze the current workforce. So for example, we'll have 50 staff. So out of these 50 staff, how many of them are redundant? How many of them are currently at their best? So you look at it. Then number 2, you forecast future needs. If we are to reach 10,000 customers or 5,000 now, and we are using 3 people, that means we will need 3 more to be at this level. Or can we equip these 3 people and still achieve the 10,000 customers? Look at it very well. Then after your forecast, identify the workforce needs. So from our forecast now, we need 3 more staff, we need 10 more machines, we need so this. You can get that from that. So you're identifying the gap. Then after identifying the gap, you have to talk about the strategy that you will use to achieve this. So when we talk about strategy, the model, the tactics that you want to use to achieve your work. And that is very, very important. And finally, you monitor the processes as you are doing and evaluate whether what you have done is correct or bad. So that is that on workforce planning. We're talking about 3 things, 4 things today: alignment, workforce planning, and then this is talent management. Then after the talent management, we'll talk about succession planning. So workforce management, talent management, I mean to say, it simply means attracting the direct or the skills that you want for your work. Attract skill employee. So how do you, is the whole process of what? Positioning yourself as a company to attract the right skill that you want. I used to tell someone, if you post an ad, the way your ad looks like and the place you post it determine the people that will apply for that job. Imagine you are posting an ad of a general manager in a place, in a platform where everybody you have there is driver. You won't get the right results. You will not. take it to the right channel, the right place, and place it there. Then you talent management helps to develop employee capabilities. For example, you see that this person is well skilled in internet stuff, and you employ the person as a customer service. You begin to gradually introduce the person to troubleshooting, put the person to IT support. By the time you mesh the two skills together, I tell you, it's going to be great. Because when such person is talking to customer and you have to do with devices, the person will be more and more knowledgeable than someone that don't have customer care skill at all. So the next thing is talent management helps to manage performance. To manage performance. So what that simply means is this. If you equip the staff well with what they need and give them the tools that they need, allow them to work where they're supposed to work, I tell you, you will be marveled the kind of performance that you'll be seeing. So with your plans, it will help you to manage everything one by one. So we also talk about retain high performing staff. These are ways to manage the talent too. Somebody that is doing well, you now look at it. Since this person is doing well, let's look at the way of increasing the person pay instead of allowing the person to go to another company. And that is what each employee needs to know. The point is the cost of hiring a manager and training the person is higher than increasing somebody's salary even by 50%. So all employers need to know this as an HR can advise them. So what are the components of talent management? Number one, acquisition. That is you getting the employee first. Talent acquisition. That's when you throw out your advert there, you ask them, come and register, be on our wait list and the rest. So number two, employee development. So you have gathered them. Now this ones that they have moved from talent, they have become employee. You need to develop them. Develop them on each side, whatever they need, you equip them. Then performance management. Now, the employee have been developed. You now want to measure what they are doing. So that is when we have appraiser. Appraiser is part of performance management. So lastly, the employee retention. So you have to have your plan. For example, all the temporary staff. How long do you want them to serve you temporarily before you bring them to yourself? So you can put a cap that anybody that is doing well, after 3 months, we graduate the person and increase the pay. And the person is entitled to all the company's benefits. So let's move on to succession planning. As the name implies, succession is just like hair, who will take over. So every employee must have this mindset. No matter how best your employee is, every employer I mean to say, one day certainly they will tell you I'm resigning. But the question is this, will it come to you at the noonday or in the morning or in the evening? And if you come at any time, where I will not want to sound it just like when you are preaching, you're asking question, where will you stand on this day? So the question is every employer should know that one day the best employee will leave them. At that day, where would they stand? Would they be able to be proud to say we are continuing or we are going to miss this person badly? So you have to be wise and ensure that every critical role have assistant or one or two person can be able to do the job. So when the person decides to go, you will not be hurt and him too will not be hurt because you have taken all the necessary steps. So number two, number one, identify the critical role that needs to. All the managerial role have to be carefully looked into. For example, if it's a company that will deal with customer, don't joke with the customer service. Don't joke with it at all. You should have an assistant, a subordinate that can take over when the person is not around, if it's a small business. Then select potential successors, those that you want them to take over. put them, bring them into the meeting once in a while, rotate your job role once in a while. With that you are doing, you are already shaping them up to take up the role. Then train and develop future leaders and ensure leadership continuity. That is very, very key. So what are the benefits of succession planning? Number one, it reduces disruption in leadership. So once everything, somebody is saying, I'm stepping down, I say, no worry. We have somebody that is capable and well trained already, just a little more training, the person will be fine. Thank you for working with us. We appreciate you. Wish you all good in all your endeavors. You just pray for each other and you parted because there's somebody to take over from him or her already. Another one is it helps to maintain productivity. Your customer will not even know. For example, maybe you are working for MTN and one of your managers is leaving and you have somebody that can do that work very well. The next thing, they just see change of name, but the productivity remain the same. Them too, they will be glad. Build leadership power. Build leadership power. So you should be able to talk to each other. You do this, you do that. So with that, after a while, you know that you have 3 people that can sit on that seat without any doubt that they will not do their work. So lastly, retains organizational knowledge. Yes, culture is very important in any organization. So what is that thing that your company crave for and see